Hey everybody, Curtis Koch here from Broadway Limited Imports. We're back with another What's Coming video. This is a recap of our announcement from November at TrainFest in Milwaukee. If you're watching this and you saw us there, great. You already know what these announcements are. You can share it with your friends and everything. But for those of you who might have missed it or don't follow us on social media, this is a perfect chance for you to catch up and see what we're offering coming in 2025. We're going to start off with the newest addition to our brass hybrid line of locomotives, and that is the Chicago and Northwestern Yellow Jacket Streamlined Pacific coming in HO scale. These locomotives were commonly used in passenger service on the Chicago and Northwestern. They were used originally in the Minnesota 400, but then eventually were used on other trains such as the Arlington Racetrack trains from Chicago to Arlington Park, Illinois for horse races, and they also were used occasionally on commuter service. These locomotives also came unstreamlined as well in later parts of their life, and they had a couple different appearances from 1942 to 1944 all the way to 1952 when they were renumbered. We're modeling all of these different variations, and you can go ahead and find more information on these locomotives on our website, broadway-limited.com. And if you're taking a look at these renders that are going across your screen here, that is not the real model. That's a render. That's a 3D animated model of our design and everything. It looks so cool. It's going to be a great addition to your railroad, especially if you model Midwest passenger trains of any sort. You're definitely going to want to get your hands on one of these. The order deadline for the Yellow Jackets is April 24th, 2025. So you got a couple more months to get your orders in, but it's really important that you get your orders in right away with your favorite dealer. This way, before the deadline comes, you're guaranteed your model at delivery. Otherwise, if you place your order after the deadline, you risk possibly not getting your model because we fill those orders on a first come, first serve basis. So depending upon when your dealer or distributor plates your order in, you could potentially miss out. So that's why we always encourage you to please get your pre-order in with your favorite dealer before the deadline. Again, that is April 24th of 2025. Let's move on to some more passenger cars. You guys have loved the Union Pacific Kennefic car, and we are going to be expanding to that heritage fleet with two cars that have never been mass produced in plastic at this level before, and that is starting with the HO scale Power Car 2066. For those of you who probably have seen the big boy out on tour recently, it is the big power car with the hump, and it sounds like it's got some diesel generators inside, and it does, and we're actually offering two different detailed variants. For those of you who don't like steam but model modern day diesels, we are offering this car as a version with and without antennas, and the antenna version is going to actually be perfect for your diesels because what those antennas are used for is a video relay antenna. And what that does is that when the Union Pacific executives are in their train, they can watch a live video feed of the front and the rear of their train as they're going down across to wherever they're going, to the Super Bowl, to different variations of the railroad that need to be inspected, what have you. Or maybe they're going and showing off their railroad to their potential future customers. However they plan to host people, that's what that car is used for. And it, of course, houses not only generators just to power the whole train, but it's got a refrigeration unit. There's an electrician that is stored there, and they have a lot of extra equipment that they can use as well. So it's a very important car on not only just your mainline office car special, but on your steam excursion special as well. All right, next we've got the Union Pacific Fox River. This is our third announcement that we made at TrainFest. This, of course, is coming to HO scale, just like our Power Car and like our Kennefic car. This car is going to be a must-have for you Union Pacific modelers because this car has never been done this accurately mass-produced in plastic. You can find them in brass, but you're going to be paying a lot of money for them. But for us here at Broadway, we've made it a really good affordable price, and you're going to be able to get your hands on a couple different variations of these, starting with the Chicago Northwestern, which is actually where the origins of this car come from. It's a Chicago Northwestern car that was rebuilt in 1985 from a sleeper that was then modified to house Chicago Northwestern executives. Then once the UP-C&W merger occurred is when the car was then painted back into Union Pacific, and it received several modifications for Union Pacific specs. We're modeling that version as well. And then after 2006, the railroad actually repainted the top of the car with a stripe on the top, a white thick stripe. And we're modeling that one as well. And it's also got two video relay antennas, which you can occasionally find on the car as well. And those video relay antennas, like I mentioned with the Power Car, if you're actually in the Power Car itself, there's two video screens up at the top, and those video screens actually relay the front and rear view of the car to their railroad executives or their customers who might be watching the scenery go by in the back of these inspection cars. But these cars are going to be great. They're going to be a great addition to your railroad and to your Union Pacific Heritage train. And for those of you, before you go asking in the comments, yes, we are matching the paint on the Walthers Proto cars to these cars. So you will not have a mixed shade of yellow on your UP excursion train. It'll all be one color, so you will have an appropriate looking Union Pacific excursion train. So that about does it. That's all the recap of the announcements we had. Again, all the order deadlines for these three projects, the Yellow Jacket, the Power Car, and the Fox River, all have an order deadline of April 24th, 2025. So like I mentioned with the Yellow Jacket, make sure you contact your favorite dealer and place a pre-order, and make sure that you get yours reserved at delivery, because we expect especially the Power Car and the Fox River to be very hot sellers, and you don't want to miss out on these cars on a first run like this. So you make sure you get your order in today, and make sure you contact your favorite dealers. That way you guarantee yours at delivery, so that way you don't miss out, because nobody wants to miss out on these cars. They're going to be great cars in additions to your railroad. Anyways, that was a lot. We broke down a lot in this video, but thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys again very soon. Have a Merry Christmas, have a Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys at Amherst in 2025, where we will have a new HO and N scale announcement, new locomotives coming to you in 2025 to kick off the year. And you can find out what those are by visiting our booth at the Amherst Railroad Model Train Show. They're up in Springfield, Massachusetts. Go ahead and pay us a visit. We'll be happy to talk to you then. I'm Curtis Koch. We'll see you guys next time.